Hi guys. I literally was just futzing with my lights for like 30 minutes and I was trying to get them even and this happened. So today I wanted to do a tutorial, once again using no foundation or concealer. Especially I thought it would be good to see on days when I'm like, I've got some breakouts. So I do have, you know, I got some stuff going on my face. My skin I think is still looking good, but I'm not gonna be using any foundation or concealer. And we're actually gonna be starting off with the eyes because I picked up the, I don't know what the collection was called, but this is the, I believe, I don't know if it's Isamaya or Isamaya French. My nose looks so long from this angle, I don't like that. Her, whatever this is called, palette, does it have a name? Industrial, I think it was the Industrial collection or kit. I also, in the collection, this like lip gloss situation, the mascara, and the brow lacquer, which came with like a little cute little mustache comb. So that's what we're gonna be using today. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the brows, I guess. So I picked it up, so I applied it with a spoolie when I used it for the first time. It's like a brow gel essentially, but it's called brow lacquer, or brow lac, sorry. So I'm gonna pick up a bit on my spoolie here. And I'm gonna use this. Now, when I first used it, I've used all of these products once, except I didn't really, I like swatched the lip gloss. I didn't like really wear it. When I first used it, I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like, look at that. I was like, ooh, I think I'm gonna like this. From the first time that I used it, it stays wet for a really long time. So filling my brows was kind of difficult, which is why I wanna do it at the very beginning here. I'm gonna use the little mustache comb. This isn't like my favorite look for brows. I love it on other people. I don't know if I've mastered it for myself, but yeah. So when I first used this, I kind of felt like it didn't last long. Like it didn't, like it looks like it's gonna be like this glue, but then when you try to like shape the hairs, it starts to fall. So let's just like leave that and see what happens. So we'll revisit the brows at the end, I guess. All right, so I do love, I'm gonna obviously do my eyes first because fallout and stuff. Not that I'm wearing foundation, I guess, or concealer, I guess it doesn't really matter. I do love these colors. So the reason that I was interested and I wanted to pick up this palette was because this is basically all shimmers and I needed something that was going to replace all of my Pat McGrath palettes, essentially. And I really loved the finish of all of these. They just looked like really stunning. Like the colors looked amazing, like toppers, great, whatever. The textures are interesting. So I just wanted to give you like a couple of swatches. There are a few different like finishes in here. This is, these ones, the ones that have like, that are a little bit thicker are like very wet. Like you can feel a lot of oil in them, but that means that they also have like a ton of like pigment and payoff, you know? Like that's pretty fucking sick right there, you know what I mean? It's not quite as thick, but it still has like nice pigment. There's one in particular, this one, which was actually the first one that I swatched and one of the ones that I was the most interested in because I loved, I don't know how well you can tell, but there's like pink and green and like a yellowy green kind of like shift to it. It feels very moussey when you touch it. And even with your finger, it's so hard to pick up. Like just to get a little bit of product is very difficult. Do you see that? It's like so hard to build up. It's very, very subtle. That's actually like the best swatch ever. I was trying to apply this to my, like you can hardly see it. You can just like see like a little bit of a shift on my hand. So that one I was a little bit disappointed in because I was like, I don't know. So maybe you need to like add a little bit of a setting spray to a brush, you know? I don't know, we'll see. All right, so let's just get into the eye shadows. So I'm going to prime my eyes with the About Face Eye Primer. I'm gonna apply this to the top and bottom. Do you guys see how my brows have like already fallen? It's so irritating. They were like slicked to my skin and they've just completely fallen. That is so irritating. So yeah, the first time that I used it, I applied it and it seemed like it was gonna be so good. And then it seems like it just stays wet for way too long, so it doesn't set fast enough. So your brow hairs just kind of go, blah, 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 you know? Just hold them in place. Maybe they'll stay. It's like at this point I might as well use the glue sticks, you know what I mean? What's funny about this kind of thing is I do consider myself to have like relatively stubborn brows because a lot of brow products don't work for me. But what's weird is that my brow hairs are so fine. Like they're so fine and they're so straight, and it just seems like they have no like, they're not coarse. Like they have no volume. You would think that they would just like go into place and stay there, you know? I don't know. It's really weird. I don't think this is working though. So I'm gonna try these with fluffy brush. I'm gonna use the REPHR 15 brush to start off. And I just wanna see if I can like pick up this like, wait, where did it go? The black, the like moussey black. Like, will this apply with a fluffy brush? I kind of have a feeling that this, because it does feel like wet a little bit. This black, it feels wet. I have a feeling that the point of this is to kind of be like a base for the shimmers so that you can like kind of build the shimmers on top of this black, you know? What's weird is because it's so moussey, when I like pick it up, do you see the impression that it's leaving? The like dent that it's creating in it? It's super weird. It's like a very strange formula. I think it'll be pretty good though if I layer those shimmers on top of it. It doesn't blend amazing, especially over like this eye primer. I don't know if it's the eye primer. I feel like I use this eye primer quite a bit, but it feels very rough and patchy. Like the eye primer creates like kind of a more matte base to blend over. It's probably best for eyeshadows. This is like, it just feels too wet. It feels like it's like breaking it up. Let me just go in with my finger. I'm just gonna pick it up, my ring finger, and just pat. Yeah, it definitely feels like these formulas work so much better with your finger, but here's the thing, I'm not against using my fingers, especially if it's like a lid color or whatever, but I have fucking chubby hands. I got chubby fingers, man. So it's like, if I want detail, I need that brush. I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious that this is definitely not a beginner-friendly palette. Like, if you don't know what you're doing with makeup, or if you're not a makeup enthusiast, you're probably not picking up these products. I definitely think the vibe is like really cool. I just want to see what the best way to use them is. So I'm gonna go in with this glittery situation, and I'm just gonna use this with my fingers, and I'm going to pat this all over the black because that formula is so wet. I know that if I just leave it the way it is and I don't put something on top of it, it's gonna crease like a bitch. So that's definitely super fucking dope. We're gonna have to fix the brows. Like, it's ridiculous. It looks like I didn't put anything in them. That I'm very disappointed in. I'm so upset. I don't understand how people make these fucking things work for them. I think I'm gonna end up using my fingers for basically everything, you know? Okay, that, I mean, is dope. That's super sick. I love it so much. The like, yeah, just all of it. I just love it. Let's go in with some color. These look so similar. These two greens, like this green and this green. Let me try my Sigma E54 brush. First I'm just gonna try to like rough up. Which one do I want to use? And by rough it up, I mean like, I'm going into it like this, you know? Really digging my brush in there. Okay, this brush isn't bad with it. That actually applied a lot better with that brush than I was expecting. I'm just gonna kind of like buff that into this. That's not bad. I'm kind of surprised, actually. It is very hard pressed, which is kind of surprising. But when you rough it up a little bit, maybe you need to get underneath that like bottom layer. It actually works better with the brush, I think, than it was with my finger. That's kind of cool. Good thing I'm not wearing foundation and concealer today. Or also doing my eyes first, because I definitely have a ton of fallout underneath my eyes. Like so much. All over my nose, all over here. Like look at this. Oh, I didn't really do that much, but I don't know if you can see like all that glitter and shit. It's everywhere. Like all here. Yeah. This green is so dope. I love that green. I think I'm gonna use that green. I'm just gonna wipe off my my what? Interesting, interesting. So like they pick up with a brush really nicely actually. This Sigma E54, I have multiples of them. I probably have like 4 of these. It's a brush that I cannot live without, especially as far as like packing on shadow. It's just like one of my absolute favorites. So I highly recommend if you don't have a brush like this. Definitely a worthy investment. I'm just gonna go back in with that other green, the like dirty looking green, khaki, whatever, and just kind of blend. I want all these colors to be blending. Well, this is a fucking sick look. How do you guys feel about all shimmery like eyes? I'm like very into it. It's very editorial, you know? I'm actually just really quickly gonna pop this HAUS Labs eyeliner. This is the Optic Intensity Eco Eyeliner in Chartreuse Matte. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that same, I dropped it, that same why can't I say that? Sigma E54 brush. I'm gonna pick up that same green and I'm going to build that on top of that liner. This is gonna be my inner corner highlight. Using that same Sigma E54, I'm just wiping it off with my paper towel. I'm gonna pick up this guy, this like fiery guy. Run that in the center, just underneath that green. Definitely a messy palette, just saying. This one actually isn't going down as amazing with the brush, surprisingly. But when I remember when I swatched it with my finger. Well, I don't know. The swatch on my hand doesn't look like that impressive. Whatever. Wow, can you actually see the black? Do you see how wet it looks? It's like this weird, moussey, sheer-ish eye base. So weird. All right, I'm using this detail pencil brush. This is from the Sigma SAMANTHA collection. I'm gonna pick up that weird moussey black, run it on the outer corner, underneath my eye bag. So I'm gonna blend it into that copper. I'm just like shoving that brush in here, going back and forth. Okay, I basically hate the lower lash line, so I'm just gonna remove practically all of that. I actually didn't really like the way that like fiery color looked with everything, so I'm going back in with that black. I'm just gonna line really close to my lower lash line. I'm gonna go over that copper, take it to the green. And then using that same brush, I'm gonna pick up that glittery gunmetal color that we used on the top and line my lash line with that. If you're like me and you have dark circles and you're doing a no foundation or concealer look, a smoky lower lash line is, first of all, it's gonna look grunge as fuck and like super dope, but if you're using a color that's darker than your dark circles underneath your eyes, it's gonna help to kind of like push this forward a little bit more and make your dark circles not look quite as dark. You'll see it all come together at the end. Right now we're mid-surgery. To make sure that these flecks don't just go everywhere for the rest of like the time that I'm doing my makeup, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a setting mist. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay, whatever this is called, All Nighter, really quick. All right, I went in with a little bit of moisturizer after cleaning up. Now I'm going to go into the center of my face with the Milk Makeup, what the fuck is this called? Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. I'm gonna fix the edges of the eyeshadow once I do my face. So I'm gonna use my Fenty Matchstick in Amber to contour. This looks insane. So I'm gonna be applying my bronzer and contour. Ziva, do you mind? Exactly the way I would if I were wearing foundation. Ziva, why are you being so loud? Stop. I'm gonna use my NYX Wonder Stick in, what is this actually? Universal Light? I'm gonna use the bronzy shade for my forehead. And then I'm gonna put a little bit, basically right where I contoured, just to add a little bit more warmth. Where did I just put that brow? Oh, it's right here. Be so careful around the hairline when I have it freshly bleached. All right, whatever's left over on that brush, I'm just gonna kind of like blend around the whole face. So I'm gonna go back in around my cheeks, down my jawline. I have this CIATE blush that I think I'm gonna try. This is in the shade, it's called Glow 2 blush. It's like a illuminating blush in the shade First Date. I'm gonna apply that with my Sigma powder blush brush. All right, now I'm going to grab a clean blending brush. This is my REPHR 01 brush, and I'm gonna buff around the edges of my eyeshadow. Just wanna make sure that I'm softening everything. Taking that underneath my eyes as well, because I'm gonna kind of like blend it into my dark circles. All right, I'm gonna fix these eyebrows using my soap, my Dr. Bronner soap, because this is ridiculous. The cat is going insane out there. All right, while I'm waiting for my brows to set, I am going to apply the mascara, which I already know I don't like, but I'm gonna do it for you. So I don't understand how glitter got everywhere. Like, what's happening here? So unfortunately, I was really intrigued by this. That's one of the things that is so annoying. So each of these things have this detail on them, which is like, it looks cool, right? Well, on the mascara, it falls off every 5 fucking seconds. Like literally every 5 fucking seconds. It's very annoying. I just lost it. I have no idea where it went. But yeah, that's very irritating. Another thing that's annoying about this mascara is that this thing like kind of moves. Like you can kind of move it, but it's not gonna stay like up here. It like immediately goes back down here, which makes just holding like the grip of this pretty difficult. The wand looks nice, and I thought the size of it would be really nice. And like when you take it out, it looks like it's gonna be like it's super duper black. I talked to Gabby about this because she tried the mascara before I got to try it, and she was like, "You're gonna hate it," and I was like, "Great." And I have already used it once, and I am definitely not a fan. But I want to show you how it looks on me because it's definitely a very heavy formula. It does not hold a curl at all. So this right here is moot. But we're gonna do it anyway. It definitely has a scent, but I don't know what it is. It almost smells like if blackberries were made in a lab and there were chemicals around. So yeah, that's the thing. Right, like as soon as I start applying it, my lashes just go straight. Like it like completely removes the curl. If you have like already curly lashes and you don't need something that's gonna like hold them up, you just need like thickening volume and you want something that's black, then you might like this, but it's definitely not for me. Do you see how these guys have, I mean, I don't know if you can see like, because of the eyeshadow, but they've already just like fallen down completely. I also don't even really like it for my lower lashes, unfortunately. It does seem like it's such a nice, like interesting formula though, but nope. Yeah, man, it's a weird formula. It like won't even go on my lower lashes. I don't know. I'm going to finish off my brows. I'm gonna go in with my NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. My soap is just so much better than any of those fucking things, gotta say. Oh God. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna use my VESCA highlighter in Moonlight. I'm gonna highlight the shit out of that breakout right there, because why not? And then using my REPHR 26 brush, I'm going to place this in my inner corner. So like right against my nose, basically, like right here. And then just kind of like buff it into the eyeshadow, down a little bit. This is the best, like if you're not wearing foundation or concealer, and especially if you have dark circles, that just like opens up your inner corner. So without having to use concealer, you can kind of like lighten shit up a little bit. You see that reflect? How it just like opens up that inner corner. Whereas on this side, it's just like super dark everywhere. Kind of like buffing it down a little bit into the hollow of my eye. Just opens shit up a little bit. I use my ILIA Magic Sands powder just in my T-zone, just so I don't have any shine in the areas that I don't want it. All right, and then finally, from the Isamaya is the lip gloss, which is like very, very dark, very dark. So I'm gonna apply a nude lip liner. This is the LH Cosmetics Linda Hallberg crayon in the fuck? Oh, Rosy Nougat. The like name placement is so weird on these pencils, so it takes me forever to find it. All right, let's go in with this. I have a feeling I'm gonna change it, but you know, we'll just try it. Oh, you know what this smells like? It smells like the body scrub that I use, the one that is the Sugar Body Scrub by Jalisa. Oh fuck, what's it called? Republica, from her brand Republica. If you've watched any of the videos where I've talked about that, maybe I've mentioned it a couple times. Oh my God, it smells like that with like a hint more of like, maybe a mint. Oh man. Oh, dude, fucking someone bottle this and sell it as a perfume. I love it so much. All right, ready? Okay. Okay. I feel like this is a goth girl who loves glossy lips dream. Oh, that is so interesting. I thought I was gonna really hate it, but I kind of like it. Ooh, I have conflicting feelings. Try shearing it out a little bit more. What an interesting take on a nude gloss. Interesting. That's so intriguing. Like half of me is like, I hate it, and the other half of me is like, I kind of like it. What the fuck? I'm feeling very conflicted right now. I'm feeling like a little bit of a... I'm feeling like a little bit of a spicy tingle. What the fuck? All right. I don't know. I'm gonna hit my face with the all-nighter again. Okay, I mean, this isn't the lip that I would go with for this situation. This is really... It's making... Uh-oh. Is this a plumping gloss? Oh no, maximizing lip serum. Is this a plumping gloss? I hate plumping glosses. I'm getting this like super weird feeling on my lips. I really hate plumping glosses. What the fuck is this shit called again? Yeah, this is for sure. I mean, I can fucking feel it. Maximizing lip serum. I didn't know. Bee stung lips without needles. I can't. I'm taking it off. I'm taking it off. It's so bad for you guys. It just gives you an allergic reaction. I highly don't recommend that. I don't. Dude, it's horrible. It gives you that like stingy feeling. Fuck. I'm gonna go in with my lip liner that does not exist anymore. Just a teeny bit. Lime Crime. Let's start a petition to bring it back. And then I'm gonna go in with Auric. I hate that like spicy, like you're about to get hives on your lip feeling. It's so awful. All right, guys. This is the finished look. I know it looks like a complete mess for the majority of it, but now what do you think? I don't know if I love it as much as my like first no foundation, no concealer look, mostly because my skin's been really suffering recently. I know it doesn't seem that bad, but I left one of my prescription skincare products in New York when we went, and I was without it for about a week and a half, and you know. All right, let's talk about this Isamaya stuff. The palette is like cool. Like I got it specifically because I thought it looked cool. It is plastic. It's if you care about packaging, it doesn't feel like the most like expensive packaging. It's definitely not like Pat McGrath status. As far as the eyeshadows go, there are a lot of really great formulas in here. They are a little bit confusing. I would say that like there are a few of them that are like very, very moussey and have like a different kind of moisture. Not like a heavy, like pigmented, foiled kind of moisture, but like, yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. Like this black that I used definitely works well as like a base. What the fuck is on my nail? Works well as like an eyeshadow base for you to layer these shimmers on top of, which is interesting. I do like that. And then this one is like a little bit, has like a sort of a blue reflect. I don't think did I swatch that? I can't remember for you. It's the same sort of moussey formula. You can actually kind of see that like imprint in there. Yeah, they work well with a brush, which is nice. They're definitely interesting. I have a feeling I'll be using this quite a bit when I want to do something that's like very intense or just like really make a statement, which is obviously what this is for. Like the branding is not like, you know, everyday makeup. This is for you enthusiasts, you artists out there. The brow product I'm very disappointed in. I don't understand how people make those things fucking work for them. I don't know how anyone has been able to make that work for them. It feels amazing, but like look at the difference. Like I went in with my soap, perfect hold, perfect brows. Like I don't need one of those weird like lacquer things. I really thought it was gonna do shit, it didn't do shit. So that was disappointing. The gloss, I was so intrigued by that color. I was like, ooh, what? Like it's a super interesting take on a nude gloss and I respect that. I hate a plumping gloss though. Hate. Why do I want my lips to feel like they're on fire? Why do I want to risk potentially breaking out in hives? Like, I just don't understand that. So I can't, like, because I hate that feeling, so like, if it wasn't a plumping gloss, literally my lips hurt right now. If it wasn't a plumping gloss, I'd fucking wear this. Because I was like, huh, you know? It was almost like gray. It was really cool, like very interesting color. I would love to see it on different skin tones. I feel like a lot of glosses, when a company comes out with a gloss, sort of caters towards like really, like, not fair, but like at least light medium skin. I feel like this would look sick on someone with like deep skin. But I mean, I don't know, I'm just theorizing here. So I would love to know if you've tried it. Mascara, too heavy. My lashes are completely straight right now. Couldn't even really get like kind of a wet formula. Couldn't even really get it to like hold onto my lower lash line. Yeah, I don't know. Those are my thoughts about Isamaya. I do love the no foundation, no concealer looks because one of the nicest things about them is that like I'll wear it throughout the day and I don't have to worry about creasing. I get no creasing. It's so nice to like look in the mirror and be like, there's no creases under my eyes, you know? It's also just kind of like a nice exercise, I think, in using your makeup to like create art on your face rather than like covering shit up, you know? So like I do like it. I think I look like myself. I just look like a little more edgier, a little bit more like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. It's always fun to see like how it comes together. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was probably pretty long. If you've tried any of the Isamaya products, please let me know. And if you want to see me do more with them, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go. Bye.